Welcome to 3-Word Story. I'm James.
I'm Dylan.
And this is the podcast where we take 3 words from the app
What 3 words?
and improv the shit out of a story.
Today on 3-Word Story.
Nailed it.
You've got yourself a casino in Beijing.
Casino in Beijing. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
Right. Lady boys. No, sorry.
No, that's a different...
Okay.
Wait, you can't just keep saying the word glayers.
Well, let me tell you. It actually...
Big Ben chime, tea time rhyme.
Bloke.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, Dylan. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, Dylan. Let's go. Let's go, Dylan. Let's go. Hey, Dylan. How are you, Dill Pickle?
I am now ready. I'm psyched. You just put me in the mood for this podcast.
With a bit of Let's Go Team Let's Go, as we are Team 3-Word Story. Are you ready to rock today, Dill Pickle?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Right, so it's been 2 weeks because we are lazy little shitheads. So shall we remind the listeners at home what we're trying to do here? Dylan, yes, we shall. So we are going to pick a random place in Asia this time. I believe it was.
Yes.
So we are going to pick somewhere in the world, specifically down to a meter square, that we would set up a business in Asia. And we're going to use what 3 words, which will give us 3 unique individual words that we can then use to create a story. How does that sound, Dylan? Does that sound like a...
Nice job.
Fantastic job.
Fantastic. I'm glad you
Fantastic
said
job.
something because
Yeah.
I was just going to do this whole podcast with
Just for
me
soundboard.
and
Yeah.
Nice job.
this guy and these guys.
The fact that they are my competition, right? I think I need to up my game somewhat. Just being like, let's go.
We need to get you some catchphrases. That's what we need to do. Well, it has been a while. It's been a while. And so
that
hopefully our
James
stories
Blunt?
have... No, that's... it's beautiful, it's true.
Like,
And I saw your face. What is crazy?
just gonna let this
And
keep
I
on
don't
going.
know what to do. And I'm not doing a podcast with you. Something along those lines. Yeah. Was that
I
a-
like it.
Nice
That
job.
was
I
a nice
miss
job.
this guy, honestly.
Hey, man,
I'm- Tom, he's given us a nice job. I was going to go through and maybe find more quotes from Tom, but Tom just likes a nice job. That's all
fair.
he needs. So, wow, what a wicked car crash to the beginning of this podcast, isn't it? We've stated indeed what we do, which is finding 3 random words. So let's skip the small talk because honestly, I've done sweet fuck all these past 2 weeks, which really lends me to believe, what have we been doing? Why not do a podcast? But we've just been doing stupid, smelly work. Which sounds about right.
Yeah, that honestly sounds about right. I mean, within the work context, even I try and pick story. Honestly, yeah, leading up to this, because I know we have to, do the small talk portion of this. And that's actually what I strive for, James, is to make interesting stories just so that I can actually relay them here on the podcast. And then I just...
That's good. Well, what do you say, Producer Tom?
Nice job.
He likes that. He likes that you're coming in with a proper small talk. Well, what have you got for me?
No, but I failed.
got
That's
nothing.
what I wanted to say. I just, listen, I'm building and I'm working with scraps here. So yes, I just wanted to tell you of the process and yet then still failing at the process.
At the actual small talk.
So-
What have I done? Went and sat on a beach, nothing interesting. Oh, I burnt like a motherfucker. There we go. I sat on a beach, back up, and I used, okay, like... Let me start. Let me just say, and, let me just go on a caveat that I love my wife, blah, 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 blah. But she fucked something up for me, Dylan. She fucked something up
Thank
royally.
goodness you kept on going with that. Yeah, what?
No, not that part of the weekend.
Sorry,
No. She fucked it up for me, Dylan, because we didn't take sun cream with us, right? Which is a silly thing when you go on a 45-degree beach holiday. And she said, James, don't you worry. Your dear face.
What? Your English skins will be fine.
No. She said there is communal sun cream on the beach. There's like these dispensers that will dispense sun cream.
That's nice.
That's what I thought.
If it were to be true.
That's what. No. They did have these, but Dylan.
It's
If I'm a business, and I won't name the business because I don't want to get into trouble for besmirching their communal sun cream. If I'm a business I'm probably going to not put the most expensive sun cream in these dispensers, right?
fair,
Because people are just going to fuck it around everywhere, have sun cream fights, put it accidentally on hot dogs and give it to someone maybe as a joke, right? As like sun cream mayonnaise. It might even taste like mayonnaise. So I'm not going to, it's quite expensive sun cream by the kilogram. So I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to put the most refreshing,
kilogram and not liter.
Yeah,
I do mine in kilos.
Yeah, I do kilos of sun cream. I'll have 5 kilo, yeah, finest sun cream, please, sir. So we
Feel
were
the weight on it.
we were
on
left
me.
with the communal sun cream. Now we went into the little shop that was there, thinking they'll have some reasonably priced stuff. You'd be surprised, Dylan. They had the cheapest, shittiest sunglasses per exemplar that would have totaled around $100 US dollars. Like, and they were the stuff that you find in just a pharmacy, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
has like
yeah.
combs, hairbands, and a pair of sunglasses. So it's 400 dirhams, which was insane. And then they had sun cream that was awful. Anyway,
Yeah.
communal sun cream. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll trust the sun cream. You know, my wife's usually going to look after me. It should be fine. Slathered myself. Dylan, I slathered myself with this sun cream.
because it's free.
Yeah, because it's free. And I put it on my hot dog and I put it in some sandwiches.
And it does taste
And
like,
it was great,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But no, it was just a weekend. We were back to work on Monday and I didn't want to look like a silly prick, you know, as an English person does. Going into a predominantly Arab office, I didn't want everyone to laugh at me more than they usually do. So I slathered myself. Did it work? Did it fuck? So I had like 3rd-degree burns on my back and chest. Thankfully, my face wasn't too bad because we had a teeny tiny little bit of 50 SPF in a little bottle that we had.
All
So I
right.
reserved that for my beautiful, beautiful face. But my body, totaled, ruined. Absolute fiery car crash for my body. And there was pain, upset, discomfort. So that's been my 2 weeks, right? There's
Yeah,
your fucking small
recovering from
talk and
that.
shove it up your ass.
We go.
Did you do anything? Did you do, I don't know, like boulder or something like that?
Oh shit! Yeah, I went some bouldering is what I now know it's called. I really
Wow,
didn't.
what a
I
bit
really
of luck.
didn't know
I just
the
chucked a
difference.
word out there and just so happened that's something you did. Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know it was called bouldering, and then as opposed to was it rock climbing or wall climbing?
Well, you
Or
tell the listeners at home, Dylan. What did you do? And why?
I think it's called boulder zone, but then you basically just fucking climb up the walls. And what is it? Probably about 3 meters, 4 meters. It can't be higher than that. But yeah,
So
you've
no
got
ropes.
this
Zero
no
ropes.
ropes, no
No
ropes. You got the mats down at the bottom. Should you obviously fall, and you've got this series of rocks then to climb. The idea is not to use all of the colors. It's to stick to a certain route that obviously varies in difficulty, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. I don't
Nice
think I was
job.
too bad, but I probably fucked up my knees a bit because jumping from up there instead of climbing down, I figured, that just
done the
wastes
hard work, fuck
energy.
you.
That
Yeah.
wastes energy for the next one.
Yeah.
Because some of these things are really not that easy to climb. And needless to say, the next day I couldn't walk.
Oh, you
properly.
had
So,
climber's knees or
Climber's
boulderer's knees.
Boulders.
The old boulderer's knees. And to what degree, how hard did you go? How difficult did you go? Or did you stick to the big chugs, as they call them?
I don't know what the difficulty level is like. I know it is better than than the kids area at restaurants. Like, I know-
because you tried.
because I tried them.
You warmed up there. You're like, kids, fuck off, move out the way, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to be a prick about it, but
bouldering
they keep
needs
on
coming through.
hogging the fucking walls.
Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. So I chased them away to the PlayStation so that I could go.
It's a bit late, guys. Come on.
I think the level was 6.
Years
There's
old?
apparently
Oh, okay.
that I chased away. Yeah, I guess.
Or you just say that I chased away.
Apparently the difficulty scale is from 1 to 12 or something, and we just got up to 6. I think it was, but
All right. And then like slipping off at 6, or you were like comfortable at 6?
no, not. Like it
just
took
wanna
me
make it
probably
clear.
about five
We're
times.
talking about the difficulty of rock climbing.
Yeah, not
Okay, I
about
want to make
the.
that anyone who's at home going to snap that up and get Dylan in trouble. He's
yeah.
talking about the difficulty
that
of climbing.
sound bite would go viral. I'm
It would
pretty
go.
sure.
It would go, but we wouldn't then be going. No, we would not.
It wouldn't take a team. But anyway, that was. I'm sorry.
That wasn't a
Nice job.
right. So, Dylan, let's get away from that conversation
sure.
immediately. Let's sprint away. Nay, let's run away.
All right.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.
Dylan, we last 2 weeks, whenever it may be, we decided to start up businesses in South America.
Yes.
Which gave us our stories. We had my company was going to create nicknames and surnames in Suriname, and you were gonna
Coca leaves.
You were Coca leaves guy.
Coca
so
leaves in South America, and then I thought, let me just take it to Asia. No, she's joking.
So we got
Coca
the
leaves
same story
in Asia. Yeah.
So I mean, we've started those now. They're in production. We've fundraised so far. We're in development stage. So if any investors are out there that want to get into business in Suriname for nicknames and surnames, hit me up. If anyone wants to get into not drug smuggling, let's make it very clear to the authorities out there that we are nothing into drug smuggling whatsoever. No. It's just cocoa leaves. Please leave us alone. We're very sorry. So it was just a joke.
And we move on.
So, Dylan, in Asia, and Asia is famously large. Where did you go to set up a business? And why?
So, pretty serious.
Oh, shit.
I actually already have set up this business, and it's already quite profitable. Kind of been operating for the last 2 years.
Oh.
So,
Lady
I
boys.
will tell you where it is. I will leave the 3 words to myself until I get into the story.
Oh, okay.
Because, I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to tell anyone, and you have to decipher them from the story.
What are
Which,
the 3
if
words?
history says anything, will be a fucking stab in the dark.
Listen, you couldn't even get to my 3 words despite me actually trying to use those 3 words.
Honestly,
So,
you tell me them at the beginning of your story, and at the end, I'm like, there is no way. There is no way that those 3 ways corresponded. But I'm sure this time, Dylan, they will. So, where is this business? What is this business? What have you been doing?
Casino. Not in Macau. Beijing.
Beijing. So you've got yourself a casino in Beijing.
Casino in Beijing. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right.
Okay.
I had to pull some strings forward. But I think this would kind of be the definition of a plan coming together, and that's what I'll explain to you just now.
Okay, so is your story about this casino? So
Yes.
I can't now ask you anything about this casino,
No.
which is usually a good 4 to 6 minutes of our patter to really eke out this absolute horseshit that we talk about. Okay, right. So
And this is me shaking my head like
like
the listeners can hear that. Yeah.
They can hear your breathing go in and out and in and out and in and out. So maybe that's why. Yeah. Okay. Well. There's 4
there we go.
fucking valuable minutes of the podcast gone. Jesus. Well done, Dylan.
Nice job.
No, Tom, not nice job. We needed some patter to get to at least 45 minutes for the algorithm. So anyway, okay, Dylan, well, I guess I will try and eke out my piece of shit that I have to talk about. So,
Half an hour an episode. Here we go.
Dylan, I take you to a country that I obviously know is the country, and I'm not zooming out just to clarify so I don't get it wrong. Don't be silly. I go to the British tourists' favorite traveling destination, Thailand. Now, because I am not middle class and above and slightly posh, I have not been there myself. To be a British, kind of in your early 20s, late teens, to travel to these places, you usually your parents have to have a bit of money. And that's about it. Me, not so much. Scumbag would only go to anywhere in Europe. So I've not been there. So I can't tell you about the life-changing stories and about how, I don't know, bowl of noodles changed my perspective on camels or whatever, or how the water is so fresh that it cleaned my soul or whatever. So it's all new to me. So I'm coming at a completely business point of view.
Okay, understood.
We're
Yeah.
talking business. I'm not going there to take drugs, to kind of find myself, right? I'm going there for a different reason. Because I didn't go there as someone in my 20s or late teens to live it large, as the kids say. I'm going there as a fully fledged adult, okay? An adult that has, let's say, a bit of rage, a bit of stuff, bit of life baggage to let go.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
And I think Thailand has the perfect place to go to let out that rage?
Lady boys. No, sorry.
No, that's a different.
Sorry.
No. Not lady boys. So we are going. You might have to correct my pronunciation. We're going to Phuket.
Yeah, it's fuck it. and I teed it up. And
do you know what you've got?
Nice job.
Yeah, you've got a nice job because yes, I believe it is probably Phuket. Phuket. Oh, sorry, a little bit of an accent on there as well.
Right.
Okay, wow.
That's coming for you.
I didn't realize I was with a tie in a room. You a lady boy? No. So we have right. So I'm sure it's called Phuket for a reason, but because of my colonialistic nature, I'm coming in with the Isle of Fuck It.
All right. I like it.
So for the people that didn't go there and find themselves in their late teens and early 20s,
They just figured fuck it.
I'm going back there and I'm saying, fuck it, right? I'm saying, fuck it and fuck you. What am I specifically going to do there? Well, there's shitloads of trees. So I can go there with a hatchet or an axe.
That's so specific.
It's not that specific because the map is in my eye gaze and I see a lot of green, which I assume to be trees. So you could...
It's just moss.
Yeah.
Moss growing on wood.
I'm seeing. I didn't realize you knew.
It's a dirty lake.
It's just one massive mossy lake. No, Dylan. No, that I believe that they are probably trees. You'll be happy as I zoom in onto this map. There is rebel rock climbing there, so you could say, "Fuck it."
All right.
I'm going to do some rock climbing and/or bouldering with a 6-year-old, or not, or I'm going to do it with 6 difficulty or above, or I could say, "Fuck it." I'm going to go to an elephant conservationist and ride a fucking elephant and give it a high five and be its friend, and befriend it and talk about deep, meaningful issues like, what do they do when their nose gets blocked? What do they do when they need to pick something out their teeth? Do they use their trunk or do they get someone else's tusk? I don't know. Fuck it. That's what I'm saying. So my business is to bring people to the wonderful country of Thailand to Phuket.
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 Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're proud.
Fuck it.
It's
Sorry.
like I'm with the Thai man himself, and you come here and you say, "Fuck it."
All right.
Okay. So
Is that my cue every time?
yeah. I mean, I'm looking.
Nice job.
Can you not read the sign that I'm holding up? You're like, and it's me again. Okay. Yeah. Phuket. Okay. So it's basically you go here and you say fuck it. Okay. What else can you do? Swim. Fuck it. You could go to Moo 1. You could go to Moo 2. Am I just reading off this map?
Yes.
Yes, I am. What do you reckon, Tom?
Nice job.
Yeah, the prep has gone hard into this one. So I think that I've eked out as much patter
That's
as
definitely
I can.
4 minutes.
And now I'm sure, because they seem to have regions here, a different moo can have a different region. Look, I'm making up for your lack of patter, okay? So I'm going to go into the fact that there's regions in Thailand called moo, Dylan, and you're going to fucking like it, okay? Right, moo 1, okay? They can have it where you hit trees. Moo 2, okay? That's where you freaking you just go in and bash one out. Moo 3, okay? You could do freaking clay pigeon shooting, Dylan. Moo 4, you could say, fuck it, I'm going to go for a swim.
Listen, could I just tell you, I think it's funny because I kind of wanted to do the same thing. I'm looking at this map and I'm like, yeah, so Dylan, what can you talk about? Yeah, it's in the Tian Tian neighborhood. Or it is the Guang or the Jinshan.
Is this your casino?
Yeah,
well, you
yeah,
should
yeah,
fucking know
okay.
it's your casino, apparently. So, okay, well, yeah, so you get it now. The regions of Moo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they can all have their own fuck it regions, So fuck it, Dylan.
Right.
Okay, so are we happy? Is that enough patter
Yeah,
for you?
I think so.
Should we get on with these stories, team?
Yes.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.
Right, Dylan, I have formally announced, I've talked to the group, the team, who are cheerleading in the corner. Remember that? Oh, I didn't announce my 3 words. Fuck it, we'll get to that later. You're holding
Fuck
yours,
it, I'll
I'll
do
hold
it
mine.
again.
Fuck it, it's the theme of the podcast. You're going to do your story first.
And you've already spoken to the team about this.
Yeah. What'd you say, team? Let's go, team. Let's go. That means yes, it's you first. And Tom, what'd you say?
Nice job.
Yeah, he says a nice job. Give it a nice job. Because you are holding back your 3 words, and I know the listeners at home are busting to find these 3 words. What is your casino in Beijing about?
All right.
And why?
The story reported as widely known or not so widely known, but this is the true account of it. And I'm going to keep this pretty straight to the point, pretty serious.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
As,
So you don't want any of these? You don't want any of those?
no,
No. It's not an air horn story. Okay. All right.
but I will allow you to ask me some questions after
Okay.
I recount. Is that a word? Recount my story?
You can.
Okay.
You
Anyway.
can. It depends.
Anyway,
Okay. Tell me.
all right. 3 words.
Story. Yeah.
Pink,
Okay. We're going straight into the 3
Dragon.
words. Dragon. Ooh.
layers,
Ooh.
glayers. Sorry,
Right,
glayers.
so do you want to go back over that? I'm not
Yeah.
going to edit that out. We're going to go back into because you were so sincere, and then you hit me with a misword at the end. So, again, pink,
Glayers, dragon,
glayers,
glayers,
glayers.
glayers. G-L. Fuck, now you're making me spell. G-L-A-R-E-S. Glayers.
What?
Is that not a word?
Help me
Maybe it
out
is.
here.
Help me.
Glayers.
Glayers.
Use it in a sentence.
I am glayers.
Fuck off.
No, glayers. Okay.
Right, you can't just keep saying the word glayers.
Well, let me tell you. It actually has nothing to do with my story.
Yeah, no shit, because you don't even know what the word means. Wow. Welcome back to 3-word story.
Nice job.
Right, come on, help me out. Glayers.
Right. I'll tell this story. Let me
Yes.
just go into this.
Yeah, okay.
Tell the story once and swiftly.
Okay. Yeah.
I am not a gambler. I'm a strategist.
Okay.
I'm a planner. So when people ask how I, of all people, helped launch the most successful business in Asia, I give them the truth. Komodo dragons. Let me explain.
Please.
There were 4 of us. P, ink. G, layers. D, dragon. So Peter Ink. Emotionally damaged. Suspiciously good at limbo. Glenn, layers. Only wore swag pants. Believed mercury was a vitamin. David Dragon, chronically unemployed. And me,
Chronically.
yeah. And me, the 4th amigo, the one with the plan. It was 2015. Bangkok. We were on a Kontiki tour. Regrets, optional. Hangovers, mandatory.
Okay.
And then we found Club Pink. Motto, where love bites. This will become important.
Sorry, what was it? The motto of the
Club.
club. So you found
Where
the
love,
club.
Yeah. Club Pink, where
Club
love
Pink
bites.
for Peter Inc. Yeah? I just want to...
No.
No. They've got nothing to do with each other.
Nothing
Pure
to do with
quinky-dink.
it.
Okay.
Poor Quinky Dink.
Nice.
Quinky Pink.
Whoa.
So, here's where most people get it wrong. Earlier that day, David showed up holding a sack. Inside, a Komodo dragon he had rescued from a man behind a tuk-tuk in exchange for my wallet. He named it Gary. Yes, my father's name. Again. What David didn't know, and I absolutely did, was this ordinary lizard. Ooh. What I absolutely was this ordinary lizard, and that was my wallet. Was no ordinary lizard, and that was my wallet. According to the plan, as he didn't own a wallet. Gary was the only Komodo dragon I've ever encountered who responded to jazz flute and had a deadly allergy to papaya. He also hated eye contact, but loved the scent of woman's perfume, so I stopped wearing it after that. In Club Pink, David set Gary down during a lap dance. He claimed it was to let him breathe. However, moments later, Wei Chunlong, a Chinese exchange student and a sandal enthusiast, walked past Gary, lunged, and bit his ankle. Chaos, screams. The dance had to put her dick back. Peter Inc. tried to negotiate with the bouncer using interpretive dance. I remained calm. I wrapped Gary in a curtain, applied Grey Goose as a disinfectant, and recited a line from Mulan. Wei survived. Through the pain, blood, and possibly light venom, he looked up and said, "I owe you a life debt." Then he blacked out. Cut to 8 years later. Wei Junlong is now China's Minister of Infrastructure and Strategic Amusements. And yes, that is a real name, I checked. He controls the licensing and tourism grants. Great for our plan. David messaged him a couple of years back, about 2 years back. "Hey, bro, you remember when Gary bit you? 3 weeks later, we were pitching the Pink Dragon Casino. The name? A tribute to his trauma. The logo? A Komodo dragon wearing aviators. The scent in the lobby? Papaya. Because revenge is subtle. Today, the Pink Dragon Casino brings in 72 million yuan per quarter. And Gary, immortalized in bronze, wearing a bow tie, still allergic to papaya. People say it's the luckiest business launch in history. It wasn't luck. It was planning. It was precision. It was me. You want to build an empire? Start with a Komodo. Name him Gary and wait for him to bite. Thank you.
Let's go, team! Let's go!
Yes.
Nice job.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I was engrossed. I didn't want to get you off your vibe there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty serious.
it was serious, a lot of detail. And it was painting a picture. It was painting an extraordinary picture in my head. So I've got a few questions. So where did you meet these people? Where was Club Pink?
Bangkok, Thailand.
Thailand. Okay, right. Because you did say the Chinese exchange student. I thought for a second that the Chinese exchange student was in China. And I was really confused as to why he would be exchanging in his own country as a Chinese exchange student.
yeah,
but he was in Thailand.
He was in
Was he
Thailand.
saying fuck it by any chance?
No.
No, he wasn't. Okay,
No,
no,
no.
it was too early for that. Okay, right. And so you are part of this
am.
incredible casino.
The fourth amigo.
the fourth amigo. So, excuse me. So, just to go back to, was it Gary Layer?
No. Gary was not mine. It's not my lizard. It's Komodo.
Komodo.
It was Glenn.
Glenn
Layer.
Layer. Okay, and
Peter Inc.
Peter Inc. Okay, so paint for me Peter Inc. Right, what type of guy is he? If I'm going to bump into Peter Inc. down the road, what are we saying?
Peter Inc.
Yep.
Very good at limbo. Probably wears a lot of hemp. Very free-spirited. He's probably the person that wanted to find himself on this tour.
He was that guy.
On this Contiki
He was that
tour.
guy. The hemp checks out.
Yep.
He was probably riddled with cocaine at the time, I imagine.
Yes.
Finding himself, in quotations, trying to save the planet whilst also inhaling things that were destroying the planet.
Also have third eye tattoos everywhere.
What is a third eye tattoo?
Yeah, it's like the the two eyes and the third eye, like the mind of eye of mind of eye tattoo.
What,
I
as
think
in,
that's
did
what
he
it's called.
did he have it tattooed on his forehead?
No, that's not where it would be, but it would be tattooed
so
somebody
he
else.
had them tattooed. Now, for the third eye, did he have two eyes and then another eye above it, which would then make it
The mind's
three
eye.
extra eyes?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it would be 3 eyes
So-
with the mind's eye included into your 2 additional eyes.
Okay, that's what I mean. So now this man is riddled with eyes.
Yes.
So he must have been riddled with cocaine too, and just mushrooms and all kind of things to be like,
That's fair.
feed me with eyes. Okay. And sorry, who got poisoned again? Who was it just went so quickly.
That's fair. Wei. Wei got poisoned, got bit by Gary.
By Gary, who was the Komodo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he was in
yeah.
a sack.
Yeah.
And
Which
where's
got
Gary
from a
now?
guy.
Where's Gary to these days?
Gary is, we actually took him to a taxidermist first because he unfortunately has metaphorically kicked the bucket.
Okay.
But they said they couldn't help us. So yeah, we dipped him in bronze. So now he's
Just dipped him in bronze?
Yep.
Just his lifeless iguana
Yes,
body,
he-
just dipped him in bronze.
Komodo.
Komodo. Sorry. I could tell how angry you were about that. But
Yes.
sorry for Miss Racing, your lizard. Not gendering. Miss Racing? Yeah, race? Race. Species. Miss
Yeah.
speciesing your pet, your friend.
Yeah, look, it was very calculated. I mean, look, did I know the Komodo will strike, Wei in particular. Yes, yes, I did.
Oh,
I also knew Wei's kind of background. I knew he was going. That's actually his reason for going on the Kontiki tour. Was before going to study political science in Beijing, China.
Huh, okay.
So, yes, a very calculated decision on my part.
Okay.
Comes from a family of diplomats. That's ironic.
Is it?
I don't know, going diplomat in China.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
sure,
Can be
why not?
you can be a diplomat wherever you want, Dylan.
It's very diplomatic.
Yeah.
Nice job.
So, yes.
Nice job.
Okay, Tom, fuck's sake. Okay, right. Well, can we? It was an extraordinary story, and I was really engrossed in everything that was happening. And I think it'd make a great film, unless it is a film and I'm completely missing the point, in which I apologize greatly. But it
No, but I could probably speak to the uncanny resemblance that it might have to the Hangover 2 movie.
okay, well, I missed that boat entirely. Did they start a casino?
No, they don't start a casino. However, they are in Bangkok, Thailand. And yes, Mr. Chow is probably... And by the way, I only thought of this afterward, and I'm being completely serious.
Dylan, I have no doubt that you could unknowingly recite an entire script of a mid-2000s comedy movie and paint it as your own with no malice whatsoever. I can...
Very nice.
You could have... And this is my friend, Horat. He's very nice. He's from Kazakhstan. Oh, he is actually from Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
But I would understand that from your encyclopedia level knowledge of mid-2000s
It's actually
comedies.
sad.
It is... your best trait. If you want to call that
that's your
sad,
best
then
trait.
I would not. I wouldn't call it. I like it, you know.
All right.
And we would all say,
Let's go.
and right, can we
All right.
get to the bottom, because I know the listeners at home are dying to know what the fuck is a glayer. Define glayer. We need to do it right now.
Is somebody not
GLA.
glaring at me? So if somebody glares would then be past tense. Glayer? Stare?
Right.
Glayer. No, hold on. Okay, I get what you're doing. You are letting me dig, and I appreciate that. But I'm going to use this opportunity to, yes, dig deeper.
Okay, right.
Yeah, okay, fine. We're going to stick with it. Yeah.
You're going to stick to glare because, right, what's your spelling of a glare? Glayer.
No.
No.
Oh, the Glare. Glare.
Glare. Just
Glare. What? Fuck.
Glare.
Yeah.
Glare.
Yeah. Well, and then the S. There's an S at the end.
Glares.
Yeah. So that's past tense of glare. Whatever the fuck that means. What is it?
Just to glare at someone.
Yeah. Is that not a thing?
You glare at someone. I'm glaring at you right now in disbelief of what is going on. I feel like I'm having a stroke. But where did glayer come from? It's not like glare, glayer, glayest. It's
What is it? My mispronunciation of the word?
I hope so. This is the level.
Glare.
Glare. But you said glayer. But glare. Glare. Glar. Glar. Glar.
Yeah, with an S.
Glar. So glares.
Yes, glares.
That was phenomenal. That was digging deep into look again. Everyone at home, English is Dylan's second language. You would think maybe the fifth or sixth, but it's not glayer. Glayer. It is glare.
Glare. Actually, I think my dad has brought this up where I tend to add
Some
sounds to a word that isn't actually there.
You're just sticking some spice on glare.
It's the same thing when I say the word bold, right? Like now I said it correctly, but normally I would say bold. Bold. And he's like, what the fuck?
Whilst I'm quite bold over there.
Maybe that's what it is. So
You're
yes,
just
this
going
is
like
me confessing. Yes, Dad, you're right. Fine, it's bold and
glare.
glares.
You just want to go for like a bit of Louisiana spice on all your words.
Yeah.
I say I glare
I
over
glare.
there for that bold man.
Shit. Okay.
Well, there we go.
All right.
I mean, I hope you lean into that. I want that to be your personality. from now
Glare.
on. Glare. I do say, I declare. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
It sounded like, again, we can go back through it and see, is it copyrightable or not? Which I'm sure 70% of the shit that we say
I've got
is
some ideas on kind of building backstories to the character, but no, I just wanted to it tell you how serious I was about my plan, and it just the sheer genius of me being able to deliver.
The genius of you.
Genius of me.
Drop it down low, a 3-word story.
Right,
All
Dylan.
right. Yeah, what's up?
So
right, we've got a couple of minutes out of that.
I know with
And
absolute.
that's it, yeah.
I love how you purposely messed up that word because you're like, if I throw some spice on it, that's going to get the 4 to 6 minutes of patter that we missed at the beginning. And our listeners, they love patter. You're just pip patting our way to our next story. So obviously, I went to Fuck It in Thailand, which will be named this because we're going to say fuck it about things. And my story's got, thankfully, nothing to do with fuck it or Phuket. It's actually
More of the Jing Song. You. Chow Yang.
Right, just for the listeners at home, I assume you're just looking at a map and saying
Yes.
Okay, thank God for that. I just thought you were just looking around and just saying these things blindly. No, you were reading a map, so these words are real, and they are not characterizing anyone in a stereotyping way.
No, not at
because
all.
we at 3-Word Story don't believe in that. We believe in making ourselves look like nincompoops and no one else. Okay.
Yes.
So my 3 words for my area in fuck it that I would say fuck it to are wincing, hampers, cheerleading. Okay? Wincing, hampers, cheerleading. Now, these words flew very well. Flew. They flew very well. And I could have gone for a whole story about how wincing hampers cheerleading. But like my lovely business that I'm going to set up, I said fuck it. And I'm really just going to focus on one word because I want to. Fuck it. Okay? Theme of the podcast, Dylan. Fuck it. Okay? So I looked into cheerleading and not in a creepy way. Okay? And I thought, what do I enjoy about cheerleading? Right? What I enjoy about cheerleading is the chance.
That's my favorite category.
Oh, Dylan, that's not a.
Nice job.
Oh, right, that's it. Purposely what I wanted to go, what I didn't want to talk about cheerleading. Dylan.
I'm sorry, yeah?
Okay,
Sorry.
right. So your favorite dance category, shall we say,
Yes.
for the because we want to keep this podcast completely
Sure.
PG. So fuck it. We're talking about cheerleading right now. I thought, what do I remember about cheerleading in films? Because we didn't do this in the UK. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they do cheerleading in South Africa?
No, I think it's a very, very recent thing they've kind of started to work in. But
Not really.
yeah.
It's not really like a big deal anywhere
No.
else in the US. Like American football, how they're like, we're the world champions at this thing that only we do. They kind of the same thing with cheerleading.
Yeah.
So I want to bring cheerleading out to the wider world.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked in, they do already have a world competition for cheerleading.
Mm.
And I was disgusted to see that it was based on teamwork, athleticism, choreography, and just general impressiveness, okay? It was more of an athletic endeavor. And I don't want anything to do with that. I want the chants, okay? Give me a D, give me a Y,
okay, sure.
give me an L, give me an A, give me an N.
A lot of
Because
spelling involved.
there is a lot of spelling involved, which you could do with, so we don't end up with a glare opportunity again. We'll get a glare, right? So we can take this worldwide, okay? And we're going to focus on nations having their own cheer squads that is based on the song, not the athleticism. Because you know what happens with the athleticism, Dylan? A lot of wincing hampers the overall joy of what cheerleading should be, which is rallying a group behind you and getting them to shit on the other team, which is basically what the Olympics should be about. Okay?
All right.
So it just means that anyone can be involved, whether you're fat, thin, tall, small, or whatever you may be, you can get a chant together. Okay, Dylan? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've prepared a couple of cheer chants for you, okay? Especially for you. And then we can see, maybe we could play around and see what we can get, to make our own chants, or, we'll just see how long this takes. We'll just fucking chat shit until it hits roughly 45 minutes and go home.
All right.
How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Right, so Dylan, for the first one, I've picked RSA, South Africa. Your land of joy and freedom and whatever else you say about it. I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
And I just fiddled with some words Played it around, right? And this is a cheer, right? So I'm going to point at you and I need you to hit me with a word like a yeah or a go or a what, right? It's a cheer thing, right? There's going to be a lot of spunk, a lot of sassy naz, right? A lot of,
Glayers.
cheer. Yeah. No, don't say glayers, okay? And don't say glares either, not a cheerleading competition. For the last time, Dylan, stop glaring at cheerleading competitions, okay? So I have a song here. To be honest with you, I downloaded this just before I left. I have no idea if this will work at all, which it usually doesn't, but let's go for it, okay?
Sure.
Okay, I think this just might be cheering, right? So we're in the Cheer Stadium, okay? South Africa has come out to the cheer group. Wow. The idea of this is to get people on your side, right? We are, fucking hell, they're going crazy up there. Did you hear that? They're really here for South Africa. So in this cheer, we are going through the key things of South Africa, something that says South Africa to the world, okay? And you are going to hit with a word, a bam, to get that spunk, that spazziness at the end. I don't know why I said that word, but okay? Right. Okay, right. So we're just going to go for this, Dylan, right? We're going to go for this. We are going to give you a cheer.
Are you sure?
Right? So it's going to be a... Right, I'm going to need you to do that for me, I think, right? Okay? Right, so you're going to give me a bum bum clap, right?
All right.
Table Mountain, Skyline High.
Yeah.
Safari Drive, Big Five Drive.
Hey, hoo.
Vuvuzela Blast, Rugby Fast.
Lily.
Bra Flames, Biltong Stash. 11 Thongs, One Big Song.
Lekker.
Front Five Strong, Sing Along.
Hey.
Give me an R.
Ah.
Give me an S.
S.
Give me an A.
Hey.
For the rainbow of Contrae.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go. Whew, wow. So that was South Africa's entry to the cheerleading competition. How did you find that as a member of the state of RSA, of the Republic, sorry, of South Africa? How did you feel about that?
Well, I think I only heard the last two sentences because I was trying to keep the rhythm and try and not do something inappropriate, which I found more difficult than it should be. But yeah, like I enjoyed the chant. I enjoyed all the references. It's not difficult getting a crowd in your corner with that chant.
Okay, so you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So there were any more references that you would have had for RSA? So we had Table Mountain, some Safari, Big Five. We had the Vuvuzela in there. We had rugby in there. We had rugby twice, actually, because I also put Front Five in there, because obviously that's like, you're famous for your big forwards. Bri Flames, Biltong.
I think we could have gone for wildlife. I think we could have gone...
Big Five. I got the Big Five in there.
Oh, shit.
Big Five. So Safari Drive, Big Five Drive. There we go. Big Five Drive, yeah.
Rainbow Nation, maybe?
Rainbow Contrae, I said at the end.
That's what it was.
Because I said, give me an R, give me an S, give me an A. A doesn't rhyme with nation, so it was Rainbow
like
Contrae.
I actually really like that. I didn't know that was an English word.
What, country?
Contrae.
Contrae. No, it's just me. It's me.
It's me saying country, but saying that way.
It's me putting some spas on. Contrae.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well, it actually that's ironic. Like contrae in Afrikaans, I mean, kind of refers to area or like I think it means area.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah.
So I accidentally did an Afrikaans.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of shocked by that, and I was like, the rainbow kind of contrae or community. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I fucking winged that. What do you reckon, Tom?
Nice.
And there was nothing offensive in there, which I think we can all say is great, and we can all say,
let's go. Yeah.
Okay. So
RSA for the win.
Yeah,
Who's up next?
Right,
or are we gonna have to do something for?
No. I've actually got two more. Which, judging by the time, might be fucking enough, Dylan. I thought I was really thought, I'm really scraping the barrel with this one. Okay, so
next one.
I went for, all right, I'll admit, all right, I went for your country, went for my country, and I've gone for the USA as well. Mainly because I didn't want to get into trouble with any accents or anything like that, you know? So.
Oh, that's unlike us.
I know. So I nearly did a German one. I know that would have gone down very well, but I didn't have time or the effort. But do you know what? If this goes well, fuck it. I might come back to the cheerleading international championships later because
then we do France and then we do. We'll do Spain. Why not?
Okay. All right. Do you know what?
I can imagine.
Fuck
this.
it.
Yeah.
We'll add it in again next time. We'll come back to the cheerleading. Maybe
you said next time. No.
Maybe we'll just do a special on the international cheerleading competition. Fuck. There's so many things that we said we should do and we never do.
Yeah, that's
Maybe we'll do them one day. I'll write it down somewhere or I won't. Right, next one. Next up, Dylan, we have the United Kingdom entering the stadium. We're getting ready. Okay, it's the same stadium, so everyone's like really, we've opened the doors again. The crowd are hot for this one. Okay, so I want to stomp, clap, clap, clap again. Okay, so I need you on your sharpest behavior. Okay, and then again, I'm going to point at you and try and embolden yourself in some Britishness. Okay, like give me a tally ho, give me top of the morning. I was Irish. Literally, the second thing I had to fucking say wasn't even British. Fucking just give me anything. Morning, whatever. Right? I want you to embolden. You've got an English side to you, Dylan. I know this. Feel it. Be British once more. Okay. So again, we want the stomp, clap, clap. You got it for me? Or you prepping yourself? Put a little smoke on yourself. Okay, right. The crowd is warming up. I wonder if that woman's going to go fucking mental again like she did before. Oh, there she is. I can hear her. Right, ready. The UK team, let's go. Big Ben chime, tea time rhyme.
Bloke. And then I stop clapping.
Double deck ride, River Thames Clyde.
Pound. What? I'm just saying.
Castles, locks, valleys, green.
Dodgy.
The best queuing you have ever seen.
Knackered.
Yeah, like that one. Rain shine. Chips with gravy.
Gobsmack.
Footy fans drinking, getting wavy.
Locked up.
Give me a U.
U.
Give me an N.
N.
Give me an I-O-N.
I-O-N.
Jack. Somebody give us our country back. Oh, right. Well, that was the United. By the way, I don't share that sentiment of I don't give a shit. Anyone go to the UK, freaking someone try and make people work because we have 1 million people in that country not being bothered to fucking work. So I don't feel that sentiment, but there's a lot of freaking white supremacists out there that do. I just thought it'd be hilarious to chuck it in because they would be the ones who would be well up for this cheerleading concert.
Yeah.
I'll fucking tell you something about the UK, sunshine. I loved your words, by the way. What were your words? Because there was one that the crowd loved.
Yeah, it's knackered.
Knackered.
Yeah, knackered.
I'm fucking knackered.
Yeah,
okay, well, that was good. Right, okay, for the next one then, I'm going to need you to get some American phrases out there.
I can do that.
Okay, because it's going to be, look, the USA, as we know, famous for their cheerleading competitions, but I think this one will level the playing field a little bit for them, okay? We're not going to go for athletic merit. We're not going based on how short your skirt is, Dylan. We are literally just going on lyrics and getting the crowd in action. Okay, Dylan. So when you are ready with you're going to put your American hat on, you're going to get your Americanisms out there, and we are going to hit the USA team. Not hit them physically. We're gonna see them. So we're going to open up the doors again. We're going to need some stomp, clapping, and we're going to see how this crowd reacts.
Let's go, team! Let's go!
Coast to coast, Mexico to toast.
Bet.
Grand Canyon deep, tariffs are steep.
Cool.
Child pageants at 6, Route 66.
No cap.
World champions of American football.
Chill.
Don't mention Vietnam because they'll be hurtful.
Lol.
USA will make everything
BFF.
Donald Trump is our king. Woo! Okay, I think they like that one. They like that one well. Dylan, I like the lol, by the way. I like the pre-lol, which was a laugh out loud. Then followed by like, the lol, which was amazing. Okay, Dylan, right. Obviously, you are, let's try and put your impartial hat on now. If you are the judge of this competition, you've just seen RSA, you've seen the UK, and you've seen the USA, who would you give the trophy to? And why?
My unbiased opinion.
Yes.
Third party, outsider.
Mm-hmm.
No
100%.
personal
Yeah, no personal
interest in the
at all
matter.
whatsoever. Nil.
Yeah, RSA.
Yeah. Well, Dylan, that was truly a remarkable 3-word story episode where we found our Asian businesses and we located a location to place them, which gave us 3 random words using the wonderful website, What 3 Words map service, to get us, for you, an amazing casino, I think, in Beijing,
Yes.
revolving iguanas? Not iguana.
No, Komodo dragons.
Am I unspeciing your fucking command? I'm
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
your Komodo dragon, okay? And your 3 words were?
Glayers. Glayers.
Glayers.
Glayers. Maybe I should start saying it like that. Okay, so glayers, pink, dragon.
Okay. And mine were wincing, hampers, cheerleading. I think we absolutely phenomenally smashed that one. Now, Dylan, for next week, what are we going to do and why?
And I'll ask you this straight up. Where would you find a genie?
Ooh.
Imagine putting you on the spot right there and then being like, you need to pick a location right now. And then
Don't fucking tempt me, Dylan, because I'm going to ruin next week's 3-word story. I'm going to North Korea, back to Pyongyang.
Pyongyang
Next
Jew.
week on 3-word story.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.